This is Rockin' with Jam Man. Is with Tommy Clufetos. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing excellent, but I'm getting better, Jam Man. Remzi the Jam Man. And you said my last name pretty damn good. That was a good shot right there.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, because it just gets a little hard sometimes because your last name is a bit.
Well, but you said you're Turkish, and my last name is Greek, so maybe those countries are very close, but I think they actually fight. So I don't think we're actually supposed to get along.
I think we're supposed to.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Continue then.
All right. Congratulations on your new solo project, Tommy's Rock Trip. Tommy's Rock Trip. Congratulations on that.
Well, thank you so much. I don't really consider it a solo project. It's just a rock and roll album with my buddies that I made, kind of like when do you play an instrument?
Yeah, I play lead and I'm gonna be doing drums too. I'm gonna be doing drums.
Okay, so when you get in the room with your buddies and you play music, how does that make you feel?
That has to make you feel definitely happy, at least, like.
Right. So I made a record with my buddies because it made me feel happy and it made me feel good. And it's just an extension of jamming with your buddies in your neighborhood, but you just happen to push play and record at the same time.
Yeah, that's the thing about rock and roll. It's kind of like a thing that brings you together to jam out with your buds. Sit down and have a cold one, It's always like
All right. No cold ones for you. Well, maybe a lemonade, right?
Yeah. Well,
right.
Let's just do that. We gotta keep that
okay. Up. No cold ones. No booze, no drugs, Remzi.
Beat Up by Rock and Roll is an amazing album. What made you want to do it?
Because I wanted to be amazing. No, this whole worldwide shutdown that we're in, I make my living playing for other people, and there was no gigs. Who are you looking at? Is that your mom or your dad?
I'm not looking at. Well, that's my dad.
Hey, Dad, how you doing?
What's up, man?
All right. There was just this worldwide shutdown, and I had this block of free time to kind of go. Somebody said, "Do you want to make a record?" And I said, "Well, why not?" Because I've never been afforded the time or the opportunity to do so. So I kind of took it as an experiment to see if I could write songs, record them, write lyrics, put the band together, so on and so forth. And it was an experiment and a challenge that I was up for. And the end result is this album.
What was it like going from behind the kit and taking on the role of frontman for a few tracks?
Yeah, well, I did sing. I wouldn't call it singing. Did you hear the album, Remzi? Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a great vocalist on there, a buddy of mine named Eric Dover, and I sing nothing like him. But I recorded what's called scratch vocals. Scratch vocals mean it's kind of a guide so somebody can kind of learn what you want them to sing. So I sent Eric Dover scratch vocals of the whole album so he would kind of know what to do. And on the 3 songs that are on the album that ended up being me singing the lead vocal, those were just scratch vocals. And I kind of enjoyed the lazy vibe that they had. And I just said, let's just leave it. So that was my foray into singing, if you will.
So kind of like Dave Grohl, an awesome drummer and singer.
Yeah, except not as successful.
It must have been nice to be in control of the entire project. It has to be nice.
I don't know if it's nice. It's more responsibility and it's more work. It was just an experiment, so I took the challenge. I mean, I love playing for other people. In fact, that's my favorite thing to do, and I'm totally creatively fulfilled by doing what I do, playing for other people and helping make their bands be the best that they can be. This was just a sidestep for me, in order to see if I could maybe write songs and record them and do kind of my own thing, if you will. So it's not that I enjoy it more than playing for other people. It was just something different is all.
Now you're a young guy. What is it like playing with so many rock legends like Ted Nugent, Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie, and Ozzy?
playing with these guys, it's an honor and it's a privilege, because I always loved with playing with people that are talented and dedicated to what they do. So I've learned so much from each and every one of them. You know, music, you want to kind of keep your radar open, and you can learn from other people so much if you keep your eyes and ears open, you know, and that goes with life. You can learn from a teacher, you can learn from your dad, you can learn from your mom, you can learn from anybody. You can learn good things and you can learn bad things, and you can learn what to do, and you can also learn what not to do. So just, if you keep your eyes and ears open and stay steered on your goals of where you want to go in your life, life will tell you where you should go.
I mean, most of these guys were famous before you were even born.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah, I know you're a Ozzy drummer, but what was it like when he asked to be part of Black Sabbath? What was that like?
I mean, it was a wonderful feeling to get to ask to go play with those guys. And it was even more wonderful, and it was an honor and a privilege to go on stage and be the guy to ask to carry the torch, to bring the music to the fans. And I really tried hard, my best that I could, to do justice to the great music that they created together, the four guys, Ozzy, Tony, Bill, and Geezer. So I just tried to revere the music and bring the same vibe that the fans were expecting. And I was proud of what I did with those guys on stage. So it was a thrill and an honor for me.
Now you played the final show Black Sabbath ever played. What were your emotions when playing that show from everyone, the crowd, the crew, and the band?
We had that whole tour was great. And the last gig, the last gig of any tour is always a little more unnerving than, you know, people are packing their bags and there's distractions, let alone playing with Black Sabbath in their hometown of supposedly their last gig that they're ever going to do. So there was a lot of hustle and bustle going on, but we provided what was necessary on stage that day, and they were recording it and they filmed it, and it was a great night.
After it was done, what did you guys do? Like going away party, or did you just?
Yeah, everybody just went their separate ways. We went back to the hotel. We did reconvene a few days later, and they recorded some more footage and stuff in the studio of some different songs that they didn't play on the tour. So that was kind of a nice way. The last gig wasn't really the last event for us. The last thing was this thing called in England at a studio that was also released.
A lot of people said Bill Ward should have played at the last show. I know he was unable to play the entire thing, but do you think he should have came out for like a song or two?
You know, I'm the last guy in the world who has any idea of what goes on there. So I can't say should he, shouldn't he, because I don't know what was really going on. All I know is that I was asked to play drums. So I don't really concern myself with things that aren't in my control. You know, that's between him and the band.
Oh,
so you're asking the wrong you're asking the wrong guy the question, because I'm just a drummer and I keep my mouth shut.
What is it like retiring from the biggest heavy metal act ever before the age of 40?
Well, I'm not retiring from anything. I have about 30 more years to go before I can even start to think about slowing down. So, you know, it was a pleasure and an honor to play with those guys, but I have a lot more to do.
Yeah, I think you really do have something more to come in after Black Sabbath. I really think I know you're already in like really great places, but I know there's definitely still some more stuff that you got to do.
All right, Ramsey, as long as you're in my corner, I shall conquer.
You shall conquer.
All righty.
Now are you on Ozzy's new album? Are you on Ozzy's?
I am not on Ozzy's new album. He's recording a new album, I think, as we speak, and he just did one last year, and he didn't use his band on the album. He had a producer called Andrew Watt, and he had all the musicians play on those albums, which is totally fine. And that's, it's Ozzy's album. He wanted to go that direction, and the producer wanted to go that direction, and they're making great music together.
Now I have to ask, Rob Zombies was very vocal. He was upset the way you left him. Was it like just for you, just so you were just so excited to play with Ozzy, or you just needed to change?
No, it's in life. You get certain opportunities, and you have to make a choice. Am I going to go with this opportunity, or am I going to stay in the situation that I am? So when Ozzy called, I had to go in that opportunity. And sometimes people may get hurt and feelings may get hurt, especially in music, because we're all emotional people and we love what we do. And it's not just a business to us, it's an emotional thing. So, Rob was great to me. And was it easy to leave him? Because I respect him. It wasn't easy, but it was just something that I had to do for myself. And I'm sure time has passed on with both of us. And, I've spoken to Rob. We actually did one of the last Ozzy gigs on a New Year's Eve here at the Forum. And I saw Rob, and everything's totally fine. So there's no hard feelings on either side. It's just that we love what we do and we're emotional about our craft. And sometimes feelings come into play and people react. But me and Rob are totally cool, and Ozzy's totally cool, and it's all good.
Do you think you should have done it differently at all, or you just fine the way you did it?
Done what differently?
Leave him.
No, there's only one way to leave somebody, and that's you got to pick up the phone and you say, I'm leaving, because there's no, it's like, have you had a girlfriend yet? Or
yeah, in second grade and third.
Oh, you're in second grade. Good. So don't find a girlfriend for about 35 more years.
Okay.
But one day you're going to have to pick up the phone and say, I met a new girl. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
Okay. All right then. Thank you. Now you're a part of Dead Daises. What was that like, getting the call to be part of the band?
It's always an honor to get a call when somebody wants you to play music with them. And when it's people that you respect and have a good time with, that's even a total bonus. So it's been a thrill for me to play music from the early stages, and I've always enjoyed it. And I look forward to this next, we have some dates coming up in June and July, and I look forward to getting back on the stage, because I haven't been on a stage in a bit.
Is it crazy that you're playing with another member of Black Sabbath, Glenn Hughes? Right?
Yeah, Glenn was in Sabbath for, I believe, a short run there. Nothing's crazy to me anymore. We're all intermingled in this business somehow, and it's a very small world in any industry, so it's not that weird. But I look forward to playing with Glenn. He's a great bass player and a fabulous singer, and I think we're going to make some great music together.
I know. I talked to Doug before, and I know you guys do a lot of covers. It only makes sense because you guys do a Sabbath cover. Have you done one yet?
Who does a Sabbath cover?
You should.
Oh, okay. Maybe, I don't know. We're supposed to get together for some rehearsals here later this month, and go through some tunes. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Which one do you think we should play?
Which one? NIB.
I'm sorry? NIB? Okay, yeah, I got you. That's a good one. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. What is it like being one of the most sought-off rock drummers ever?
Say that one more time.
What is it like being one of the most sought-after rock drummers ever?
Well, I don't even know if I'm that, but I just hope that I can be respected for the job that I've done. When it's all said and done, I want whoever I play for to respect me for my work ethic and the way I approach and respect music. So whatever accolades come out of that really don't come into play. it's all about doing the best you can at any given moment. You know, if I was a welder, or as a baseball player, or I was a plumber, or I was an exterminator, I'd want to be the best that I could be. So I look at my drumming. Sure, it's music and I love it, but I put a lot of pride and passion into what I do. So at the end of the day, I want to be respected for those reasons, because that's what it's all about for me.
Do you feel more like a hired gun or a solid member in some of the groups you've been in?
When I'm on stage, I feel like a total member, because when you're on stage, all the labels go away. You know what I mean? When you're on stage, you have got to rise to the occasion. So if I'm playing with Black Sabbath, yeah, I'm not the original guy, and everybody knows it, and everybody's expecting maybe me not to be good, or maybe me to be different, or not what they think. But I have to go in there with the job and the mindset that I'm on stage with those guys and I need to rise to the occasion. And it goes back to the early days when I started playing with in clubs, and I was like just a young kid, and you're playing with maybe the older respected guitar player. You had to rise to the occasion. So it's just a way bigger level extension of my early years. I've always played with people that were better than me, and I tried to rise to the occasion and do the situation justice. And that's anything you should want to do in your life. You know, if you want it, you know, you can learn so much from, you don't have to learn about music from watching musicians. You could learn from your dad. What's your dad do for a living?
He does this. He also does this. Like, he takes pictures, and he took
He
all
takes pictures.
and
Okay, so
Mhm.
I could learn from a photographer. Maybe your dad gets there early and he sets up and he's prepared, and he thinks about the shot and where the guy's going to stand, and you can watch his approach and the delicacy that he treats his craft with. You know, so I pay attention to those kind of things. I watched my dad. My dad was a musician, but he also had day jobs, and he worked hard, and he got to the gigs early, and he was prepared, and he rehearsed hard, and he demanded things be great. So it's kind of that, it's a mindset, you know?
Yeah, because it's kind of like with my interview business, people expect me to talk about puppies, and they're surprised, like, wow, this kid's actually doing this. But so yeah, you really got to rise up to it. You really got to rise
Yep. There you go.
up. I know you were in Ted Nugent, and he was recently said he was sick with COVID. Did you call him to wish him well?
I texted him to wish him well. Yes. And Ted Nugent responds in about 5 seconds to your texts. And I recorded this record, and Ted heard one of my songs, and he called me, and we had I've stayed in contact with him through the years, and he called me and congratulated me, and he really liked the tune that he heard. And so yeah, I did. And I think he's feeling better now. So of course I did. Yeah.
Is it kind of crazy that he's a rock legend, but now some people don't like him because of his beliefs? Are you guys still friends?
I'm absolutely still friends with Ted. His political views don't concern our friendship. I respect Ted for his, like I was saying, work ethic. He provides for his family, his dedication to his music, and our bond is through music and things like that. So whatever anybody's political beliefs are, it's really none of my business, and I don't get involved with those type of things. So, but what I do respect Ted for is he stands up for what he believes in, whether people agree with it or not. And that's something that's an attribute that should be respected.
Yeah, because yeah.
That doesn't mean I believe in everything that he says, but he doesn't care about that anyways. You know, he respects me for my work ethic, so we share the respect over those type of things. You know.
Yeah, I don't really know that much, but I would not think somebody awful because of their views. I don't really.
Yeah, but some people do. As you get older, you'll realize that. You know, you may like Marilyn Manson, but somebody may not like Marilyn Manson, and they think you're an idiot because you like Marilyn Manson. And you're like, "What? It's just a band."
right? Like,
Yeah, and then you get involved in these political issues and it becomes bigger. So I just keep my mouth shut. I don't care what people don't need to know what I think.
that's how it should be, you know. That's how I
Well, there's, you know, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. Yeah. I know this is a cheesy question, but who inspired you when growing up? What bands made you want to be a drummer?
It's not a cheesy question at all. In fact, it's a very important question. I was mostly influenced by my dad, who to this day is my biggest hero. I was very influenced by my uncle, who was a musician, and the work ethic of my dad and providing for his family. Now I'm a dad and I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I can only hope to be the kind of dad. You know, my dad raised me and he made me the man I am today, ready to be a father. So I hope I'm that for my daughter. So my dad influenced me musically. He was a musician and he taught me so much that still rings true today. So that was my biggest influence.
Yeah, I bet your daughter's gonna be huge because it's kind of like the new generation. Like how I am a young interviewer, and I would love to see your daughter be playing in all these big shows.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she's going to be a musician. We don't know, but the important thing is that we instill values into our kids. You know, hopefully your dad, it sounds like he's instilled values. You are on time with the interview, right? You weren't late. You clicked right on. And those such things are very important for your parents to teach you.
Like we talked about, you played with so many legends. Is there any band that you would love to be a part of?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Wow.
Dead or alive. I would have loved to play for Elvis Presley. I would have, like maybe in the 70s, I would have loved to play for Jimi Hendrix. I would love to play for Bob Seger. I'm from Detroit, so I'm a huge Bob Seger fan. I would have loved to play for Iggy Pop. I would have loved to play for who else? AC/DC. I love AC/DC. I love Aerosmith. I love, there's so many great bands out there. And that being said, I've got to play with a lot of my heroes. So I got a lot of many years to fill up. So who knows what's going to happen?
With all the bands that you are involved in, are there any plans to play any shows this year? And if so, with who?
Yeah, I'll be going out with the band, the Dead Daises, that I mentioned before, in mid-June to mid-July.
Ooh, yeah, thank you. Wow, thank you.
Where do you live?
I live in Buffalo, New York.
Okay, I don't think there's any New York gigs.
Uh,
But next time, whoever I'm playing with, you can come out to a show, okay?
okay.
Okay, it gets awfully cold there in Buffalo, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah, but they got good chicken wings at the Anchor Bar, don't they?
oh yeah, you better.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that's one of my favorite foods. What is your favorite memory from playing a show?
It's all my favorite memories. I'm just, when I can get off the stage and I'm proud with the job that I've done and I've left it all on stage, I'm always a proud person. So, you know, if I can, when my body can't take it anymore and I physically can't do it, if I've given it all I've had, and so far I have given it all I have, then I'll be a happy guy, you know?
Yeah, really. Yeah, finally another humble person. You know, I like that. I really like that. What is your worst?
What is what?
What is your worst memory from playing a show?
I don't have any bad memories of playing music. There's ups and downs to everything, but you've got to enjoy the hard and so-called bad nights so you appreciate the gravy. You know, when you get to, you know, I've ridden in station wagons and vans and slept on the floor in the van, and 18-hour drives in cold Buffalo freezing weather and loading in your gear. And then you get a roadie and their drums are set up and you're like, wow, this is great. And then you get on a tour bus and you're like, wow, this is great. And then you go on a private plane and you're like, wow, this is great. and then you play Madison Square Garden. So everything you've got to love, even what some people don't love about the music business, I love it, which makes me extremely sick, but that's okay too. It's like if you're if you're an exterminator, you got to enjoy grabbing that dead rat out of there. Where I would go, there's no way I'm touching that dead rat. He's going to laugh about it. And, whatever it is, you got to enjoy the disgusting mess of it, because everything has its difficult side to it.
What is next for you?
I don't know.
Oh. We
don't know, do we?
No, we never.
That's the beautiful thing about life, is you just got to have faith that it's all going to work out.
Yeah.
So really, I got these dates with the Dead Daises coming up, and I'm just going to be playing music until I drop. That's what's next.
Yeah, because you really
hopefully doing it at the highest level possible, and doing my best and playing music and having a good time and just enjoying my family and it's the simple things.
Yeah, that really is true. The great thing about life is that you never know what's going to come right behind you. It's always behind you.
Exactly, especially right now,
yeah.
Ramsey, when we're all stuck at home and you can't go to school and you got to wear a mask, and it sounds like the world's ending, but it's not ending. We're coming through and the clouds are parting and we can see the sunshine, and pretty soon I'll be at a concert and you'll be in the front row.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
I can't wait till the clouds go so we can see that sun.
There you go. It looks like it's shiny where you are.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
No, it's actually really cloudy.
Oh, is it? Okay. I take that back then.
How did my followers follow you?
I don't have, the record company set up some stuff for the Tommy's Rock Trip stuff. So I guess you can look under that, but I don't have any of my own personal social media. I'm not really involved in that side of things.
Now Black Sabbath is one of my favorite bands. I have autographs from Tony, Geezer, Vinny, and Dio. Is there anyone or way you can send me yours?
Absolutely. Text me your or email me your address, and of course I'll send you something.
Awesome. Now I just need.
It only costs $1,000. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Hey, tell your dad $1,000. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Of course, we'll whip you up a nice package and get it to you, and you can you could put my drum head over Marilyn Manson's face.
Awesome. Now I just need Ozzy's and Glenn's now. That's all I need.
Yep.
I need those.
Good luck. So do I.
Hey, if you talk to Ozzy, let him know. A little boy would love to talk some metal with him.
You got it. I'm sure he would dig it. Maybe when his next album comes out, he'll come on the show with you.
Oh my God.
But you got to put some more Ozzy pictures. Don't you know what you're doing? You should have pictures of me all over the wall. Come on, Dad. Yeah, I don't want to see these guys. I want to see me. And then I'll get you Ozzy.
Okay, fine.
It's called kissing ass.
Okay. And may the 4th be with you. I almost forgot. It's Star Wars Day. I literally almost forgot that.
All right, Ramsey. It's a pleasure talking to you. Best of luck to you, my friend. And keep slamming them drums and playing that lead guitar, right?
Yes, I will. Sure.
All right. Thank you so much for the time.
All right, man. Thank you for being on my show. I hope the next time we talk is at the backstage at one of your shows, dude.
There you go. Sounds great, buddy. All the best.
Thank you, man. Really, have a good one.
Now.
Peace.